Gisteren in de Royal Ballroom van Hotel Trariga vond de ondertekening en lancering van het National Early Childhood Development Beleidsplan plaats. Minister Henry Ori van Onderwijs, Wetenschap en Cultuur gaf tijdens zijn toespraak aan dat het ontwikkelen van het kind belangrijk is.
Het is een gevoelig onderwerp en ik ben erg blij dat wij beleidsmatig weer prioriteit gaan vragen voor dit onderwerp. We moeten niet zeggen dat alsof er niks is gebeurd de afgelopen periode, maar er zijn wat ernstige zaken in het systeem van Suriname waar wij snel en met de nodige expertise werk van moeten maken. I want to thank very much the UNICEF for their collaboration all the times, the way you are working with us in Suriname, with financing our project, and also all the warmth you give us with the staff and support. That is very interesting. I hate the idea you are leaving the country, but I want to thank you very much for all your support at the moment, Mr. Porn. We moeten verder. We have to go further with our work. Early childhood development is a big issue in the country. What we are seeing is that we see this type of policy is needed for developing the child development from 0 to 8 years. It's very necessary to have a good collaboration with all the stream. We are taking now a lot care for 4 to 14 in the basic education stream, but what we need is also to put priority into the development of 0 to 4. And I mean it is two aspects, 0, 2 and 2, 4. And we know that we are paying much attention from 2 to 4 in the education system, but not 0 to 2. And in fact, when a woman is pregnant, you have to start looking at 0-2. It's a lot of support from the health department into the communities, looking that the child is, will be healthy. And we have to look for food security and security of the child in this critical time of development of the child. But what we see is that there should be a little bit enhancement. But what we see is if we are preparing children for 0-4 for the basic education, we need to look into special support of communities and parents, because it is very critical that between 0 and 4, you have to invest much more in our country into policy, because if we do that, these children have better chances to go further in a good way to have success further in the education system. 0-4 is very critical. And I think this plan made it very clear to us that policy framework with all the aspects here needed to extra interest and support financially, capacity building, and also leadership to work it through. We need a partnership between more ministries, and I'm glad that 3 of my colleagues are here to support it. We need to build up and implement this policy because it is needed, integral for a lot of these suggestions, activities that will happen in the coming few years. I'm very glad while reading the priorities in this program, but still there are a lot of institutional decisions should be taken. At the moment, this policy rests a lot 0-4 into the Minister of Social Affairs, and we need to work very close to take some decisions, because we need a practical curriculum for 2-4 and 0-2, which will be also very close to the system of the basic education when it begins at 4 years. And that is needed now to look at how it's the quality of all these institutions who are supporting child development in the early stage. We have to look at the certification of this program. We know that a lot of these people are doing a very good job in their work and are very private-owned companies, but we still have to look at how the partnership between the Ministry of Education, Science and Culture should be embedded in the system, because if it's not going good, we will have disturbance into when the child started with the 4-year in the new system. So there is a lot of work to do in our government, especially at looking at the topic. And we see some signs in our society that children, not every children had the chance to go to the preschool, what we call the preschool in Suriname, because financially it's not easy for them to pay. So we see some in our society that the parents who can afford that kind of services, they can pay for it. And others who can, they are not sending their children to the preschool, which is a different case. What we see in our system is when they started in the kindergarten, the first class, 4 years, then you have 2 types of children, the one who has preschool already done, and the others didn't do nothing, which gives to, also you see that this inequality is starting very early. And we know that a child who is born in probably the district of Marowijne, in relation with someone who is born in Paramaribo, doesn't have the same chances in our system. Because I think there is a lot of work that after children are born, we have to compensate a little bit in the system, that what is where you are born can compensate some of these skills and development stages to give you better chances to start in the 4th years of our education system. So what we have to do on our department is get more integrated policy on 08. And we know that we are doing a better job between 4 and 8 already. But 0 to 4 and especially 02 to 4 is very necessary to give more priority to these policies. And while I'm looking at the text of this interesting document, I hope that our ministries, while working together in a good partnership with also UNICEF, we will be able the coming years to implement much better for these policies, and that we can focus on the strategy, what you are saying, also, no child should be left behind. And I want to thank you for all these efforts, and also the UNICEF group, and let's hope, and I'm looking at my colleagues, that we were able in the near future to bring this program to a good end and implement it fully in the system and get a good commitment today in front of the whole society who is busy and confronted with young children and development for young children.